Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode, Bants with B, episode 4. My topic today is the S curse. What is the S curse? The S curse is success and how it plagues women. This is inspired by Linda Ikeji. If you don't know who Linda Ikeji is, Linda Ikeji is a multi-millionaire blogger based in Nigeria. She pretty much built herself, like she's a self-made woman. And last week she announced that she had bought a mansion. And I honestly mean that when I say a mansion. Like, if you see the property, like, it's breathtaking. I'm not even gonna front. It's bomb.com. I said, I was like, Auntie Linda, Biko, come, let's be friends. I was happy for her because I go on her blog, I read her blog, and she's one of those people that advocates like women pursuing their dreams and like being go-getters and not depending on a partner or a significant other, like the whole anti-runs girl mentality. Another educated moment, if you don't know what runs girls means, it's any lady that uses her physical attributes for financial gains. I'll let you interpret that however way you want. Anyway, she buys this mansion. She's like trending on Twitter. She's trending in Nigeria. And I feel like it was mixed response. Like, you have people who were like, oh, you know, go girl, blah blah blah, and then you had the other group of people who I'm going to address next. Another similar blog, I'm not going to mention, Bella Niger, I'm not going to mention their name. Bella Niger someone on their team wrote an article. To summarize the article, the article itself was, who is going to marry Linda, or who is Linda going to marry? And it just goes into detail as to like the kind of man she's gonna marry, or you know, what kind of man will be comfortable approaching a woman whose home costs over 500 million naira. Over 500 million naira. That's $500 million. She bought the house, not mortgage, like I own this. And I'm here like, okay, I'm gonna let y'all finish. No, I'll let you finish. Really? Seriously, really? Like, the lady worked our tush off, is able to afford this house, and now it's like, who is she gonna marry? When is she getting married? Kind of thing. And then don't even get me started on the comments. Sometimes articles are interesting, but the comments are what really make them. And you had people from all over, like, oh, like, you know, no man will be able to marry her. And then you had other people like, oh, she needs to leave Nigeria and find herself someone outside of Nigeria, preferably white, who is comfortable with a woman who is self-made and is not going to be chasing after her because of her wealth. And I was just like, this lady just announced that she bought a house, and the article you're gonna write is who's gonna marry her? Let's stop that. Like, that is not okay. I know freedom of speech, you can do whatever you want, say whatever you want, but I feel like sometimes as women we need to be very mindful about how we go about like presenting stuff and what we're saying. So if you write an article, like, disclaimer, they did write an article announcing that she had bought a house, and then this was like a follow-up. Another article about Linda Ikeji is like, who's gonna marry her? Because I guess, you know, when you're a self-made woman, you become untouchable, unmarriageable, unrecognizable, incomplete, unfulfilled, worthless, and so on and so forth. Because, you know, that's what success means, and that's what success can do to a woman. It puts you in this category of like, no one can step up to you. And my mentality is, isn't that something great? Isn't that what we want to celebrate? That girls, go ahead. You don't need a man to fulfill your financial needs. Notice I said financial needs. You do need companionship. You need a partner. You need a friend and other things. But financial support, you can handle that. You got this. And then forget all that stuff we just said about her and worry about her marriage, her relationship status. Is she single? Is she taken? And Linda herself has expressed that she wants to get married. And in the same article, she said when the right guy comes, she will leave that house and go to her husband's house. But my whole point was why is that coming up in the conversation? Like, why can't we celebrate this woman who's achieved a lot? Like, started from the bottom, now we're here. Like, she needs to make a remix because that song is about her. Like, if you know her story, you know that she worked her tush off. Like, it took her 9 years to blow up. That's another topic on waiting the course, because a lot of people are like, oh, I have this idea, I want to do this. 1 year in, oh, it doesn't look like it's doing anything, like I've not made any money, so I'm gonna throw in my towel and go do something else. No, like, if you are passionate, if you're dedicated, wait. Things will happen. Things will fall into place. If you work hard at something, trust in your story, trust in your struggle, you will be rewarded. Like, I feel like part of this whole like microwave success mentality is, oh, I wake up, I have an idea, next year I'm huge. Sometimes it happens for some people that way, and sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't happen to you, that doesn't mean you quit your passion, quit your dream, and oh, I'm not about this. No, you can still do other things. But back to Linda Ikeji. I'm sick and tired of, maybe I should put in a different context, and my context here is like African, Nigerian, of like this idea of like women have to dumb themselves down to get husbands because apparently African men, Nigerian men are extremely intimidated by strong women. And that is not true. There are men out there who want a successful woman, who want women who are self-made, women who have been through the struggle and been like, I went through XYZ. I know how to work my tush off. This is where we're gonna be. You want to build an empire? Well, you want me on your team because look what I've done for myself. So imagine when two forces come together. What is that fabulous song? I'm a movement by myself, but I'm a force when we're together. That is the mentality. Like, why are we stigmatizing success when it's associated with women? It is not okay. You're sending a terrible message to girls. You're telling girls that don't aspire for greatness, because if you do, you're gonna end up alone living with cats. That is not true. Aspire for greatness. Be the best you can possibly be. If you wake up today and say, I want to rule the world, I want to run for president, I want to be the leader of whatever you want to be, I want to be a CEO, do it. Do it. Don't let anyone stop you. Don't let parents who be like, oh, girls don't do that. I have a lot of smart women, I surround myself with smart people, and I have a lot of amazing girlfriends who are doing wonderful things with their life, going on to be doctors, getting your PhDs, getting your masters, and I'm just like, one day I know that there's someone out there who is gonna appreciate all of this, who's not gonna be intimidated and say, oh, you're untouchable, or you feel like you know everything, or I can't control you, or you can't be submissive. Fix it, Jesus, fix it. What? Like, I know women who are so traditional. Just because I'm aspiring for greatness doesn't mean I'm not gonna respect you as my husband. And I feel like this itself should be another topic. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna understand that you are my partner, you are the head of the house, and we're gonna work as a team. Doesn't mean I want to wear the pants in a relationship. Doesn't mean I want to be the authority in a relationship. Doesn't mean anything. It simply means you and I have a work ethic. You and I are very, very ambitious. You and I are very hardworking. And if we put our heads together, just imagine what life would be. Just imagine what we could do together. Look at what we've done separately before we met, and then look at what, if we combine those two, look at what could happen. Think about the possibilities. I know there are men out there who are thinking like this. I know, wherever you are, come out, please, we're looking for you. Stop making us feel like we're crazy. Really? Like, I strongly believe there are men who are more than comfortable dating successful women. I feel like there are men who are not intimidated by successful women. And I also feel like there are men who, that's exactly what they're looking for. Because you could be beautiful and all, but if you can't hold a conversation and I just take you out because you look good, you're gonna get old and you're gonna sag at some point. No amount of Botox, then I guess maybe it's possible, who knows, technology is getting crazy these days. But at some point, all of that is gonna fade, and I want something concrete. I want to know that there's something up there, outside your flick eyebrows that are drawn on, your contoured face. I want to know that under all of this, there's their brains. Who doesn't want that? So please, I beg you, stop stigmatizing success, women who are successful. Stop bringing us down to our marital status, single, divorced, separated, whatever it might be. We still exist outside of those titles. We're still human. We still have goals. We still have our own visions. We still have our own missions. We still have things that really make us feel fulfilled. And if that comes through us like pursuing our goals and getting things done, then I feel like we need to be recognized for that. We don't need to have articles reading about us saying who's gonna marry XYZ or who is she gonna want to marry. She's gonna marry whoever she wants to marry. If she decides today to marry someone who walks in a bag, that's her life. Let her do